You might think being alone is a punishment, but sometimes isolation, whether it's chosen or forced, can be the best thing for people. All it takes is a little food, a little security, and a lot of alone time. Let's look at 3 civilizations: the ancient Egyptians, the Maya of Mesoamerica, and the medieval Japanese. All of them were isolated from invaders. The Egyptians had a large sea to the north and deserts to their west and east. The Mayans lived with seas surrounding their west, north, and east sides, and mountains to the south. And the Japanese had the benefit of being an island with many mountains between would-be invaders and communities. But being alone isn't enough. These 3 groups had 2 big things in common, which made their isolation productive: food and peace. In Egypt, the Nile River acted as a superhighway, allowing Egyptians to trade their most precious commodity, grain, with their Nubian neighbors to the south and their Mediterranean neighbors to the east. Trading food helped them acquire luxuries like ivory, incense, gold, and metals like copper and iron. The Maya of the Yucatan Peninsula established a great civilization with plenty of farmland and had enough local luxuries allowing them to completely ignore everyone else. The medieval Japanese had plenty of farming and fishing to keep their bellies full and their minds open. With this food came another perk: peace. Because none of these civilizations had to invade other nations to gain resources, they remained relatively peaceful. They stayed put, secured by their geographic boundaries, safe from invaders, and had no need to venture out and conquer new lands. It was this combination that made isolation not a prison sentence, but an incredible opportunity. The Egyptians created amazing architecture like the pyramids and the Sphinx, advances in geometry, and scientific improvements like setting broken bones and using medicinal plants for fever. They created a new system of writing called hieroglyphs on an amazing new thing called papyrus paper. Egyptian contentment to stay home was not shared by their neighbors, however, and the Macedonians, who lacked ample farmland, ended Egyptian rule by Egyptians. The Maya built impressive pyramids and observatories, made critical advances in math like the number 0, created a new system of writing, and an amazingly accurate calendar still used today. For some reason in the 900s AD, their civilization disappeared under a veil of mystery. The Japanese focused on themselves as well and created a new type of religious Buddhism called Zen. They pioneered landscape-styled architecture, built elaborate wood monasteries, and developed new forms of art. They even created an entirely new economic system called feudalism, and perhaps their most lasting world contribution was the samurai warrior Bushido code. This strict code of honor and ethics is still highly revered in societies across the world today. Their isolation ended when they chose to work with others to gain new technologies. These civilizations were not lonely and, in fact, contributed huge amounts of knowledge to the world then and now. So the next time you're all by yourself and you've got plenty of food and water, maybe you too will come up with something incredible.